a lot of things were needed to be apologized for. And a year and a half later, I would like to take this opportunity to do that. I feel like that group chat was originally intended to be something the class clown, and I didn't care who I hurt in the process. I said a lot of immature things. I said a lot of degrading things. I was not raised to be that man, and that's not the man I wanted to present before everybody. I'm not going to use this opportunity to throw anybody under the bus, because truly I deserved everything that came my way. It just is what it is. But I will let everybody know the real story and what's been going on since. Originally, like I said, it started out just to be some kind of guys group thing, and it did have good intentions from the start. We were all uplifting. We talked about our real life circumstances. We talked about relationships, whatever. And eventually it got to a point where my ego went unchecked, I'm not going to lie. And I felt like I had a lot more power and influence than I thought I did. And I got to a point where it just became a gossip column. And I was like, okay, let me talk about this person, then this person, then this person. And it just spiraled out of control. With that being said, a lot of people, they were in that group and they are innocent. I don't remember names specifically, but a lot of people that were involved had nothing to do with what was shown eventually. That's all that's pretty much where I'm gonna leave it. I feel absolutely terrible about what happened. I really do. It's not one of those things where I'm just coming on here reading off some bullshit apology. Like, no, this is legitimate. It is destroyed me. It almost destroyed. Granted, I'm no longer with the mother of my child anyways, but when I was with her, it almost destroyed like the family that I wanted. Unfortunately, it ended anyways. I ended it, but that's neither here nor there. And the fact that it got to that level, it really made me take a look in the mirror and be like, yo, I really fucked everything up just because I wanted to be funny on Twitter. So that's really it. I'm going to let Wes speak because I'm sure he has a lot to say, and anybody else that is inclined to say anything, then I'm more than welcome to it. I'll answer any questions, whatever you have. I'm just going to use this as an opportunity to be open and honest about everything. But more than anything, I'm extremely sorry to the women that were affected, to the women that were offended. And trust me, that will never happen again. It has not happened since. And I just feel terrible. I don't know any other way to put it.
So, when I joined into King City, Mason was in there, Tate was in there, some other people, and, I remember my first day, Tate had posted something that, so initially, when I was approached to be in King City, the idea was that it was going to be, guys uplifting each other. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, something outside of Panther's Twitter, within Panther's Twitter, but different, So, Tate had some video about how, hey guys, want to, just thank God that you guys are all in my life. And he got kind of religious with it, and I was like, oh fuck, wait a minute, I may have jumped a little bit too deep here. But that's basically to say that, yeah, Mason's right. It seems like when it first started, it had good intentions. Shit got out of hand. The main thing, and I said this on the timeline a couple days ago, King City's kind of boring. It's really just the way that King City ended that makes it, that people want to know about, Because, the last couple weeks were when, I guess, things got out of hand. But beyond that, it was mostly tame. I don't necessarily mind naming names just off people that, were problematic. I think the biggest issue is that, kind of like Mason said, we all sort of, well, not all of us, but a good portion of people sort of wound up getting caught up in the drama and excitement of all of it. A couple people aren't even on Twitter anymore. Tate's, I guess, gone. A couple other people. But, I think, for Mason's part, one thing that, we got to remember, and I don't mean this as a shot against him, but he's younger, like I'm older. I'm in my 30s. A couple of the other guys were in their 30s too. And sometimes, you have to remember that, there's a difference in the way you look at the world at one age versus another. It seems like a lot of a lot of stuff, like everybody got caught up with being toxic and the fun of being toxic without thinking about the consequences of it. I don't know. I really do think that at this point, all of the shit involving the group chat would have been dead, but people keep bringing it up at random. And I don't know if it's just, it's fun to think about or what, but honest to God, man, like the last 2 weeks of King City were probably the only thing people genuinely like wonder about, because the rest of it was just kind of fucking boring.
Let me, if you don't mind, let me ask a question to both of y'all, because y'all were both in King City is kind of what I'm assuming. And this is just more so a question for me. And I know Rico apologized, stuff like that. But have you apologized to women that you affected, that you talked about? Because I'm a big proponent of, if you embarrass them in public, you apologize to them in public. Sir. That's just how I roll. So I don't know if y'all, and I'm not coming at you or nothing like that, I'm just trying to understand, have you apologized to these women or whoever was affected? Have you apologized to them publicly, privately? Have you talked to any of them? Because, I think there is a need for that, which you've already made a general, public apology. But I still think it's good to be able to go to the source and say, hey, look, I embarrassed you in front of everybody. My fault. That's on me. Have y'all did that?
I haven't, but I'd be more than willing to do so. My disappearing was more so me trying to protect myself. I feel like I was so embarrassed I didn't want to face anybody. So I feel now, a long time ago actually, but now would be a great time to do that. I'd be more than willing to. My DMs are open, but it's more on me to reach out to them. So I definitely feel a need to do that. I'm not going to message anybody now. It's 10 o'clock. But,
Right, I understand. I understand.
Yes, I'd be more than willing to do that.
Because I just feel like, I think more than anything, and we live in a culture now where everybody wants to be perfect, right? If you're not perfect, you're shit. We all done did some fuck shit. And maybe not to that extent, but we all have made mistakes and made bad choices. So I'm not here to ridicule you or say you're this horrible person. I'm not going to even go into that. That's not none of my business, because I really don't even know what the fuck happened in this group chat. But I just think, coming from my perspective, I think what would be helpful in your situation is being able to go to the sources that you hurt and be able to say, hey, look, I know you probably going to ignore me, whatever the case may be, but I fucked up. I embarrassed you in front of hundreds of people, and I'm sorry, man. And that's just coming from me, just trying to be helpful, you know what I'm saying? But my personal thing is, I do think that, those individuals, even though it's a year later, they still deserve some type of apology or some type of, gratitude for that whole situation. That's all I was saying.
Definitely.
Damn, boy, this is quiet as this shit.
Because it got
boy, y'all got this motherfucker
real quick, because I was in that chat, but I had to mute it for like a couple months because they just blowing up my notifications. But Wes hit it on the head pretty much. Like it didn't really get popular until the ending. Because and I wanted to ask Rico this because I was. Do you know who made that account? Because the reason the whole chat blew up in flames because someone had made a R.I.P. King City, and they had screenshots from the chat. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, did you ever know who made that account?
You know what? We have ideas, but I don't even care anymore. What happened happened. Those are the minor details.
Okay.
I no longer care. I've gotten to the point where it's like, okay, well, I clearly fucked up, and it did get out. So now it's like, oh shit, we got to do something about this. That's really it. It wasn't. I was never really concerned.
Let me say one more thing too, because once again, I'm a little bit ignorant to the situation because I don't know exactly what happened, and a lot of people are asking what actually happened. I know you said you don't really want to go into depth with it, but just for context reasons, I just kind of want to know a little bit more because I just don't know what really happened for real. I'm just being honest.
Right. Basically, what happened is one day I still remember like it was yesterday, April 29, 2020. What happened is we were in the group chat. We were talking, and I had said something about somebody else and their pursuit of somebody else on Panther's Twitter. Two people that I consider friends, and two people that considered me friends, and I betrayed that. But anyways, so somebody in the chat, I believe it was a burner account, they sent the messages to them first, and this person messaged me. I'm like, oh damn, they found out. Next thing I know, I'm on the timeline, and now I'm seeing a Google's file, and I'm like, oh damn, what the hell is that? We click it, we see the screenshots. I'm like, this is from my perspective. I'm sure other members have different perspectives, but opened it, I see all the screenshots. Originally, a couple of people that were close to me in the group, they were like, hey, you know what, it's up. Don't even worry about it. Don't try to talk to anybody about it because it's just on some fake account. It's going to go away, blah, blah, blah. Next thing I know, in a couple hours, getting a few notifications. I'm like, oh, damn. Later on that day, I was at my ex's house, and I'm sitting there trying to play damage control, trying to do the cowardly thing and block and delete and whatever. And she looks up, because somebody, I don't remember who to this day, they sent her the screenshots as well. I'm like, oh, damn. So obviously that went south there. And after everybody found the screenshots, it pretty much went downhill from there. But the insane part about it is I don't remember getting one text message or one message to me personally. It was all like on the timeline. So nobody was like, hey man, what in the world are you doing? No, it was all public. They were going and going and going and going and going. Then at the end of the day, I deleted my account, the King City account, tried for it to go away. The next day, I tried to issue an apology there. Obviously, wasn't well received since it was so fresh. Then the people that were close to me in the group were like, hey, you know what, don't even worry about it. Fuck them. They don't deserve an apology, whatever, whatever. And I carried that with me for a while. And then I got to a point, it's like, man, I legitimately hurt these people. Like, I legitimately said some things that can truly mess me up professionally down the road. I am a professional wrestler. I'm sure a lot of you know that. And that can mess me up down the road. Like, if those were to come out or anything like that, or if I get signed one day and those come out, it might not get me fired, but it'll mess me up. So I was like, okay, well, let me try to rectify this as best as I can. And that's why I got a message not too long ago. They were like, hey, you can come on here, you can clear your name. And I was like, you know what, I could easily come on here, point fingers, but I was like, I'm not going to do that. I could say, hey, it was other people too. I'm not going to do that. I mean, Wes did say I was younger. I'm 21 years old. Still young, but I'm at the point in time where I can definitely take accountability for what I do. And I definitely want to take this opportunity to do that.
Okay. Well, and something new is just some more developments. I'm not trying to play like bad cop guy or anything like that. I'm just trying to be direct because a lot of people are like, I'm a direct person. Like I came in here early, I'm being very direct. Now, when people talk about this King City thing, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Your name is the first one
because I created
it. Like everybody goes to Rico.
Because I created it.
Right. So okay. So your name is the first one that comes up, but I want to get to another detail because I just found this out. And once again, I'm gonna let you speak, but they were saying that because I'm just trying to give people context of what was happening because some of these people don't know, just like I don't know. They're saying that there was new pictures being leaked of women and stuff like that. You was cheating on your baby moms and all that type of shit.
I never cheated on her.
That's the type of shit that I'm hearing. So I'm just trying to be honest with everybody here and keep it 100. Like I said, I'm not gonna say nothing behind your back. I'm not gonna tell you to your face.
No,
that's how I am. But, I just want you to kind of address that because a lot of people want to know what exactly happened. And let's be direct. What happened was there was some sexual, naked, nudie pictures, that was sent out and received to other people and stuff like that. So do you have any comment on that?
Absolutely. Number one, I never cheated on my ex. Let's put that there. I said some things that were offensive to her, yes, but I never cheated on her. Second, as for the pictures, that's all true as well. I am fully aware that is illegal. Again, I'm not going to point fingers, but that was like one of the few times where there was only, I believe, twice, I'm sorry, where it was attached to my name, one of which was a copy and paste from an earlier part of the chat. The other was not. I messed up. But again, that was just an entire, there was hours worth of content like that. So you could imagine, like, you seeing that little bit, it was obvious, it was way more. And again, that was messed up and illegal. So, yeah, that's really it. I'm not going to, shy away from that.
Cam, you got anything?
Man. All right. Well, hold on. First, hold on. Let me say this real quick. So, hey, go ahead. Hey, I seen you on mute. Sorry, amigos. You go ahead. I seen you on mute for a second.
So, like, the thing that I remember from King City falling apart was, a bunch of stuff got leaked, and the people that were in the screenshots. Some people had apologized, some hadn't, and again, some people are just gone and haven't come back. It was a really rough time because, one thing to his credit there, Mason had said that there were people that were entirely innocent of it, and for a little bit, anybody that was associated with the name King City automatically had a pretty, people were kind of side-eyeing because of that. It sucks, that Mason is the only person who basically caught the brunt of it. I'll tell you from my end, I saw a couple of people that were in King City, issue direct apologies to people. What's said in DMs, I don't know, but on the timeline, there was conversations. I'm trying to think of, because I'm not trying to just start, crucifying people either. It's like you said, we're almost 2 years past this. It's kind of crazy that we're still talking about it almost 2 years later, It does suck, that some girls were hurt. I don't know if they got apologized to or not just from Mason, but just from people in general, whoever else was sharing pictures. But one thing I think people forget, other people were in King City. Mason can probably attest to this one, not to divert from the conversation at hand, but the Cam billboard actually started in King City, which is kind of funny.
That's correct.
Tate and Jay and another guy had kind of discussed the billboard idea and the phrase and everything. So, King City wasn't necessarily without the good things that happened. JJ took the idea and ran with it, and, now we all crack about that too. But there were a couple positives that came out of King City also. So.
Hold on. Hold on, what the hell? My fault. I don't know what the hell just happened. Alright, hold on. Do I have y'all? Hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, my fault, bro.
I don't know. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all, and there's no, funny shit. Cause like I said, I'm a very direct person. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, and it's just me being honest. Cause like I said, I just know the whole situation. We appreciate y'all coming on and stuff like that. But at the same time, I can't give a platform for people that done put women's news out here, bro. I'm gonna keep it a band. That's just me. I didn't know all this shit happened till just now. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack with y'all. I appreciate y'all coming on and all that. I don't know how Cam feel, but I'm just gonna keep it a stack. I'm the one who muted everybody. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I just don't even feel comfortable associating with people that do that type of shit. That's just me. And I'm not saying that none of y'all are, I'm not perfect. He not perfect. None of us perfect. But this is just my opinion, bro. I can't stand by that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me. So, we appreciate you coming on, speaking your piece, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, ain't no hard feelings. But on my end, I can't hear no more of that shit, bro. Like, cause I just can't, bro. Like, I'm just gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Like, I can't do it. So, Cam, you know, say what you want, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit. I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm still trying to figure out the story. Like, that whole news and shit. Like, I heard that shit was going on. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't know the extent of none of this shit, bro. Like, I'm brand new to all of this. Like, this is all.
Yeah, I didn't know none of that
That's
shit
what I'm
either
saying.
until people start sending me shit. And I'm like, oh, yeah, nah. Like, we not.